Good evening, rockers. Vegas Rock Goddess here on the rocks. Total entertainment coming to you from somewhere off the Las Vegas Strip. Today, I'm actually starting a series of interviews for the homegrown artist right here in Las Vegas. Tonight is the first one. It is Joe Whitley. He is an amazing guitar player, musician, all around great guy. And I'm going to actually get some dirt on this guy tonight. We've known each other for a couple years, but he's got a lot going on in the industry here. And we're going to have some fun tonight. So we're going to talk rock and roll and what he has going on. All right, we got Joe Whitley in the house. Let's get him in and get the party started. Are you there? All right,
I
Joe,
am.
there.
Hello.
How's your sound?
Sounds good to me.
Okay, very cool. Well, welcome finally to On the Rocks Total Entertainment. This has been a long time coming, let's be honest.
Absolutely, yeah. Are we live right now, or
Yeah,
are we?
well, yeah.
Are we?
hmm
Oh, we're live. Okay.
So,
Well, hi.
so I want to kind of talk first about how we kind of connected.
Okay.
I know we've been friends for a couple of years.
Yes. Let me turn off my TV here so there's no distractions. I apologize.
Okay.
Got to be professional. I had my TV on because it's part of my computer display as well.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so how we?
Yeah, so let's talk about how we met.
Okay.
You just moved here.
So this was 2019.
Uh-huh.
Yep, and it was August of 2019 is when I moved here, and I want to say we met at Vamped, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was with
So,
my ex executive producer, which
mm-hmm,
we won't mention his name
mm-hmm.
at the time. And we kind of started hanging out. I think I'm trying to remember what show you were at. I want to say it was Bruce Krulick.
Yes. Oh, I was there.
Yeah.
Was it that show that we
Yeah,
met?
I
Was
think
it?
it was that show that we met.
And Zach Throne was playing, and
Yes.
Todd. Okay,
Yeah.
that was a
But
while ago.
yeah, how time flies,
Oh, no kidding.
you know?
It just feels like yesterday. I was just getting here.
I know. And I mean, it's 2023 and you are like taking off like a rocket ship at this point. So,
That's nice of you to say.
yeah. So, why don't you tell the viewers that aren't familiar with you? Because this is going to be a series of homegrown shows. So, I'm going to be
Okay.
interviewing Vegas artists.
Wonderful.
And why don't you talk a little bit about how you got into this rock and roll madness?
Okay, so if you want to go way back, when I lived in North Carolina, I was in I was in a ton of bands growing up, but like the two ones that were serious, I was in a black metal band called Chateau. And don't ask me how I found myself in a black metal band, because I was, I raised myself on the Beatles, the Stones, Aerosmith, AC/DC, Led Zeppelin, all the classics, right? So to find myself in a black metal band was kind of strange, but it's one of those situations where your buddy goes, "Hey, I'm doing this thing, and I think you'd be great at it. Come by and jam." And you're like, "Well, I don't really play that," but you just do it anyway because you like jamming, and then for whatever reason, it just totally clicked. So, like, I was able to do the metal riffs and my blues guitar solos, like, and still do everything that I love to do musically, just a little bit more intense than the rock stuff, I guess. And I got experience playing live and selling tickets and selling merch and stuff like that, with that band. And then that band fell apart, and a couple of the members from that band wanted to start playing punk rock music. So we started this punk rock band called Zipper. And we played shows all around the East Coast and stuff, and that was fun. And then I moved here. So when I got here, I had zero street cred, so to speak, as far as like everything. Everybody that knows me on the East Coast, so I have no reputation on the West Coast at this point. So what do you do when you are in a brand new town? You don't know anybody, and you're looking for a gig. Look for open mic nights. So I took the little cash that I had from when I moved here. I went to Sam Ash or Guitar Center. I think it was Guitar Center, and I bought an acoustic electric guitar, which I thought would be good to plug in. I could just bring it with me and plug it into the house PA, and I'd be off. So I started going to the dive bar, which was right around the corner from my house. And so there was this band. There's this band still active. They're called Acoustic Front, and those guys would let me come on stage at the dive bar and play with them. They were supposed to be bringing on singers, but I told them I don't sing. I just play guitar. So they sing. So I would make them sing, and I would play guitar.
That's
They were
cool.
they were nice enough to let me do that. They were like, "Yeah, okay," because I was like, "You don't want me to sing, but like you guys sing okay, so you guys should just do what you do, and I'll just play crazy leads and stuff." So that's how I started doing that every Sunday, and then I got Lucy's attention, I think, because she frequents the dive bar, and so she saw me, and then that's when she asked me about a birthday show that we were supposed to put together, and we had 1 month to do it. And so we recruited everybody we could find last minute and threw together a set list, and that was the earliest beginnings of, well, she had something else going on, but that was pretty much the beginning of Lucifer. um, she did Rock and Roll Wild Night Review with Stoney Curtis and Christian Brady before that.
Yeah, I
uh,
saw that. Yeah, I
at
saw that.
Star.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I think we were both at that show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was really cool. But I think that what it is now, it dates back to the show that I put together with her at the dive bar, and then it just kind of formed or evolved from there, rather.
Right.
And so, what's that?
No, funny story
Go
about
ahead.
that show. I'm going to mention this because Jeff Tator is a friend of mine. I know him. But
Yeah.
do you remember what happened that night?
Well, I might have had a couple cocktails. I don't know. You'll have to refresh me.
Okay. Towards the end, Jeff likes to go up there and do his thing,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he was up there hitting it with Stoney, okay? And I think Barry was there too, Barry Barnes. And
Makes sense. The usual suspects.
right, he took a dive on the tables from the stage.
I don't remember that at all.
Oh my God.
I have to go back and look.
I was with you know who, but anyway, we watched this happen. We were right there. And I could have sworn he was going to break his neck.
Oh, man.
Swear to God. Anyway,
how Jeff is that though? I mean,
I love Jeff Tator. He is amazing. But I just thought I wanted to know if you remembered that.
No, I don't remember that. What's crazy is I was there at that show. I think I came in like halfway. What was it, early on in the show?
No,
or was
it was like later, almost towards the end of the show.
Huh. You'd think I would remember that. I don't know. But I gotta say, Jeff Tatora is the reason why I got on stage with Todd the first time I did.
Yeah, so let's talk about your relationship that you have built with Todd Kurtz. Like, how did you got? Now I know we talked about this one kind of when we first met a first couple times. Because I love Todd Kurtz. He is amazing.
Oh, he's great. He's one of the best.
Yeah, so let's talk about how you guys connected.
So that is an interesting story because I used to watch the Conspirators when they formed. I used to watch everything Slash did like a hawk, Velvet Revolver and all that. So when fast forward to Conspirators, I was just getting out of high school when that band started, which is Yeah, it's really weird. That was like 10, 12 years ago, something like that. And so fast forward to when I moved here, the night that I got to Las Vegas, it was like in September, it's like August, September of 2019, something like that. I just did the 3-day drive across the country from North Carolina to here. And I was like burnt out because I did 3 12-hour days in a row. So I was like, when I got to Vegas, I was like, I need a night out. I need a drink. Like I need to go see a band or something. Like I was just cooped up in a car for 3 days straight. So like what I did was I unloaded my stuff. I hopped on my phone on Google and I typed in closest rock club to me, and it came up with Counts Vamped. And prior to moving here, I've never heard of Counts Vamped. I've heard of the show Counting Cars, but I didn't know about the club. I didn't know about any of that. So I pull up Counts Vamped. I'm like, well, that sounds cool. So I click on it, and it says, "Who's playing tonight?" Todd Kearns. And I was like, "Oh, Todd's playing. Okay, cool." Well, so I grabbed one of my Slash vinyls out of the box that I had, and I just brought a Sharpie, and I was like, "Well, maybe he'll sign it," kind of thing. And so I get there, and his wife Monique is running the register, and I'm like, I look over to my date, and I'm like, I wonder if he'll sign it, and she's like, "Oh, he will." And I was just like, "Well, I don't know who this person is, but she's got some confidence on her. Like she must know Todd. She must know Todd or something. Like I don't know. There must be
Right?
some kind of connection. I'm his wife." Oh, oh, okay, all right, understood. I got it. So, and that's when I discovered that Todd and his wife are the two nicest people I've ever met. Oh, my dog is having a moment here. You okay? All right, you're good. All right, thank you. Can we continue with this interview? My dog is over there having a moment.
Okay.
He's fine. So that's when I realized that Todd and Monique were like the nicest people. They were so kind to me. I told them I was a guitar player and I'm a young guy and I was just moving to a brand new city. And I don't want to say they took me in per se, but they were very kind to me and like kind of gave me all the good advice, a young musician moving to a new town could want. And it was an excellent show. And I made it a point to meet him that night. And so to answer your question about our relationship, that's how we met. Was I attended his show the very first night I was in town.
Yeah, because
And
I know you were telling me, Joe, too, that you were getting guitar lessons from Todd.
no, no,
Online.
no,
No?
no, no. I never got. I was teaching guitar lessons online.
Oh, got it. Okay. We'll
But
get to
no,
that.
we actually the thing that you're confusing it for, I believe, is I did a Zoom call with him, like a Skype
Yeah.
call. Yeah,
Okay.
and that's what okay, so that's really what did it. He does these Skype calls, and the money goes to charity, and it's like a wonderful cause. And I just wanted to talk to him a little bit more than the 30 seconds you get at Vamped, to say something. And so I did a Skype call with him, and he was very generous with his time and went way over. And but that's how Todd is. It's like if anybody who knows him just knows how kind he is. He's a guy you look up to in this business for sure. But yeah, so that Skype call kind of furthered our relationship a little bit. He got to know me in that hour and a half, that we spoke.
Okay. And now, how did you become the opener for his show? This is what I want to hear.
Well, so I've been to a lot of his shows. They added me on social media, and so they probably saw my videos and stuff like that. I don't know. But I've kept in touch with Monique, his wife, over the years since I've lived here. And honestly, we were just talking one day, and she just said, "Oh, by the way, do you have a functioning band?" And I said, "Yes and no." Because at the time I was playing with Lucifer, and but it's not, in Lucifer I'm more like a hired gun. I'm not really like a sole member of that group. so I can't really call it my band. It's Lucy's band.
Okay.
So when she said, "Do you have a functioning band?" I was like, "Yes and no. Let me get back to you." And I originally tried to get Lucifer to do the gig, and then they were busy, can't do it, whatever. So I realized I was going to have to form my own band because I could not let this opportunity slip.
Oh yeah.
So I told her, I was honest with Monique. I said, "Look, this is my situation," and she was very, very like, she's like, "Well, you got a week to put this together," and I was like, "I won't let you down." And it was one of those it was a very cool moment, where I just had to call, I had to throw up the bat signal in the air and call all the people, and see who was available, who could play. I've made all these friends and connections over the last 4 years, and so I just started reaching out to people and to see who was available and who would want to do it. And I also not just I didn't just reach out to random people. I thought about what they sounded like and the set list that I wanted to do, and to see if they would be the musicians to pull that off. And so thankfully, my friendships with these guys are such that they all just said yes right away. They're like, "When do you need me?" "November 2nd." "All right, cool. What's the deal?" "Well, these are the details." "All right, cool. I'm there." So
Yeah,
I've
I
got
mean,
this.
it sounds so great. I mean, how like it all kind of like happened.
I couldn't explain it to you. It's like being an antenna, or a receiver, and just like sticking your thumb out in the wind, and then like all your friends are just like, "Hey, what do you need?" And you're just like, "Well, it couldn't have been more." I'm just very grateful. I'm overwhelmed with gratuity.
Now, how did you come up with the name The Strays?
So I know I needed a name, and I was just like, "Do I really want to go the Joe Whitley and the blah 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 route?" You know, because I was trying to, but I did want, this is a solo band, and I did want my name. Let me let the dog out real quick. Oh, sorry. Get out of here. You're bothering me. We're in the middle of an interview. You're so unprofessional. Get out of here. All right. So uh I what was I saying?
You're about the Strays, like how you came up with the name.
Yes. So I knew this is a solo show. This opportunity was given to me. So I didn't want to do it like with a band name like that didn't have my name in it. So when I did realize that I was gonna have to go the Joe Whitley and the blah 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 route, I figured I came down to two names: either Joe Whitley and the Strays, or Joe Whitley and the Degenerates.
I like Joe Whitley
And
and the Strays.
I actually asked around a lot of my friends, and I said, "Which one sounds better?" And everybody unanimously agreed that Joe Whitley and the Strays was the way to go. And because I've got all these stray musicians from the Las Vegas scene, uh, that are forming this band. These are all people from bands that everybody in town knows if you're from Las Vegas, or if
Now,
you live in Las Vegas.
now, do you want to reveal who these people are?
Absolutely, that's fine.
Okay.
Because they're already hired and set in stone. So I've got Joe Bonasorte on rhythm guitar. He plays all over town. If you don't know, you got your head buried in the sand, I guess. I don't know what to tell you. That guy is all over the place. And he's a great guitar player, so I thought he'd be a wonderful fit. I've got Jason Hope from the Velvet Chains on
Oh
drums.
my God, Jason, my buddy from
Yep.
Chicago. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
awesome.
yeah. Um, unless Velvet, so that's kind of like, if Velvet Chains books anything, then I might have to find someone new. But like,
Okay.
as of right now, they don't have anything on the books, and he is, so hopefully we got fingers crossed. And then we got Angel. I don't want to butcher his last name because it's Spanish, and I don't Cortavir Angel from Mach 5. He's the
Okay.
bass player for Mach 5.
Yeah, I think I know who he is because he sings with Maya Cohen.
Yes, yes, that's him.
Okay.
He made it quite the impression on me. Not that really matters, but when I had to put together the band for that first Lucy show that I did, um, we were just looking for bass players, and he showed up perfectly on time. He had his gear, he had the songs down. We weren't waiting on him for nothing. So he's just one of those pros, and he and I have established a friendship that has been ongoing for several years, and we've just been waiting for an opportunity to play together again, and finally an opportunity came up. So
Now
I got
it's funny about Mach 5. Now I remember, Joe, we had a conversation. This was a few months back. You were actually playing at the barber shop for a while,
yes.
right?
Well,
So
not
you
for
were
a while.
kind of jumping on stage though. You were just like jumping on stage and jamming, right? Why don't you
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about how your first time was on that stage?
It was unique because that's I can honestly say I haven't played on any stages that are like how the barbershop is set up. Meaning I didn't have to bring an amp. It's like they have like a house like DI system direct. I just Jimmy Romero had a guitar for me, and I just plugged in. I didn't have any in-ear monitors, so like it was kind of a trip. It was a lot of fun. He was like, "You know these three GNR songs," and I was like, "Well, yeah, that's part of our DNA, right?" So jumped up on there, did the three songs, and it's a very cool setup. I actually really dig it. I would love to play there again in the future.
Yeah, Jimmy Romero is amazing.
Great guy. Great guy.
Another local Vegas artist that is
Yeah.
killer.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. I keep dropping these names like everybody in the world, knows who I'm talking about.
I
But
mean,
these,
we do. We
yeah,
know who you're talking about, but you know what I mean? The
these
the
are
viewers might not.
for the out of state people watching this. These are Vegas legends, Vegas pros, whatever you want to call them. They're wonderful musicians that do this for a living.
Yeah,
So,
Jason Hope is in a great, amazing Vegas band, Velvet Chains. And I actually talked to Jason a couple weeks ago, so he's going to come on the show.
oh,
So,
wonderful.
yeah, and he's from Chicago. So I actually did one of their first interviews at Rockstar Bar.
Really?
So yeah, I have a great relationship with that band. So
Oh,
I'm
they're great.
really excited that you got Jason to play drums.
And Nils is a good friend of mine too, the bass player.
Yeah. Oh my
He's a
God.
good guy. He's always like he's like a big
Bro,
brother to me.
bro. Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh, everything is bro,
I
bro.
know. I love that guy. I
Yeah, no, he's awesome.
amazing.
I always joke with him about the Duff McKagan thing, like how he just looks like Duff McKagan. Like,
Don't care. That guy has got some of the most amazing pipes.
oh
I mean,
yeah.
he can sing anything.
Are you talking about Ro, the singer?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, he's awesome. He's so awesome. So he was on stage. So it was me, Jason Hope, Ro Viper from Velvet Chains, Barry Barnes, and Todd Kearns all on stage together playing Sweet Child of Mine.
Oh my God.
There's a video of it somewhere. Monique walks in right when it's happening. Like she was a little late to the event or whatever. And I mean, it all happened spur of the moment. Jeff Tatora grabbed my hand and said, "There's like, wait, you're here and you're not up there. Wait, what's going on?" So he grabbed me and yanked me and put me on stage. And Todd's already on stage, and I just look over. And better not fuck up.
Yeah, I mean, I think in this business, it's all about timing. And I think being in the right place at the right time
Right time.
uh,
Yep.
makes, I mean, your rock dreams come true for sure.
I would say it's a combo of three things. So you gotta have the talent, number one, and you gotta be at the right place at the right time. And it is all about who you know.
Yeah,
Because
it
I
really
can tell
is.
you right now, I could have all the talent. If I didn't have a combination of those three things, that wouldn't have happened. So I could have all the talent in the world. I could have been at the right place at the right time. But if I didn't know Jeff Tatora, that wasn't gonna happen.
Oh my God. Jeff, I've interviewed him a few times, but every time I see him, I say, "You're a madman, Jeff, madman." Because I mean,
He's
like I said, I mean, he is amazing to
he
watch.
just he's such a sweet person. He reminds me of Dave Grohl in some ways. I've never met Dave Grohl, but like from what I've seen on the what you know about him, he reminds me of like as far as like his animalistic like drummer side,
Yes,
like
yes,
where
that's, oh my
he's
God.
got like he's got a very primitive thing going on stage when he gets up there. He's like caveman Jeff.
And again, Jeff Tatora, another local artist that is absolutely amazing.
Blue
He's
Man
in
Group.
Blue
Yeah.
Man Group. He's got, his own band. He's in everybody's band, on everybody's radar. This guy is killer.
Yeah. You don't know who he is, you got to do your homework and check him out because he's amazing. I think he's in Count 77 or
As
Stony
well,
Carter.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
in Danny Coker's band.
Yeah.
I mean, he plays with everybody. I saw
Yeah.
him at the Copa Room.
Yes.
Yes.
For the Dio event, is that what you're about to say?
Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing. I mean, I can't say enough great things about Jeff Tatora. I'm sorry, but I can't.
We could spend a whole hour on Jeff.
Yeah, we could just talk about the Jeff Tatora show.
Yeah, right.
But we'll save that for another time.
Yes,
but,
this one's about me.
Yeah, it's all about you, Jeff. It's all
It's
about
all
you.
about me. It's all about me. See how selfish I am?
Hey, remember when you helped me out and we interviewed Kiernan?
I
And
do.
yeah,
That I remember.
what a crazy night that was.
That was crazy. That was probably one of the most packed that was the most packed show I've ever seen at Vamped, I think.
Yeah, they locked the doors.
Yeah, it was max capacity.
Yeah, I mean,
it
it was those guys were drunk. I'm sorry, but they were loaded.
yeah, they were. But I thought they kept their cool for the most part.
Yeah, and it was a fun interview. I mean,
Yeah.
It was super quick, but it was a fun interview. I really enjoyed it.
At least they're happy drunks. They're not
Right.
depressing negative drunks.
Exactly. And I kind of glad we got them relaxed because they were totally rolling with it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because when I look back on it, when you were filming, Jeff Tate was standing in the shadow by the backstage door watching us.
No way.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
For about 60 seconds, he took a glance and then walked back there. I mean, I'm like
maybe you should have been interviewing him.
I know that's no, he doesn't I mean, Sally Steele has interviewed him, but he's like off limits pretty much. I mean,
that's a shame.
Yeah, but that's okay. I still think he's an amazing guy.
For sure.
It was fun. But so let's talk about this show in November with Todd Kearns. And
there's one thing. I'm so sorry. I did not mention who I have on vocals.
Oh,
Danny Wilde of Rockvolt and Steppenwolf, I think.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. So think about that. Jason Hope on drums, Angel on bass. He's a fantastic bass player. Joe Bonasorte on guitar, me, and then Danny.
Oh my God. We're talking super group status.
It's gonna be killer, that's for sure. These are guys that like when I brought up rehearsal, it was like, wait, what's rehearsal? we just know these songs off the back of our hand. Let's just go.
Right. They feel like they don't even need to rehearse.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna do one or two for sure. But like other than that, because I was like, you guys want to meet like twice a week, and they're like, what? Like, no.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because there's some bands, I don't know. I don't think does Velvet. Yeah, Velvet Chains does a sound check because I've been at their sound check a couple times.
Yeah, they do a sound check, and I'm sure
some bands just roll in.
Oh no, I definitely think we should get a sound check. I I will die on that hill.
Yeah, because Todd's gonna have now. Are you gonna be part of his meet and greet too?
I don't know what the details are on that. However, I'm open to whatever they want me to do.
Okay, very cool. Because I've been blowing it up.
If they want me down there taking pictures with them, I will absolutely do it. If they want me to scram, I'll scram. It's whatever.
Yeah, very cool because this show is going to be really amazing. If you're in the Vegas area, November 2nd,
Yep.
at Vamped, it's going to be Todd Kearns
And
with
friends.
Mr. Joe Whitley and the Strays. Yep. Todd Kearns and friends. So it's going to be a really amazing show. Todd has played there many times.
Always love the shows there.
So looking forward to that show in November. Now, what else do you have going on, Joe, between now and then?
So let me get these dates. If I do you lose me if I try to go out of this app?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, all right. Well then actually I have another way of doing it. We're fine. Let me pull up my dates here. I've got some dates. I want to say off the top of my head that it's October. Actually, I don't need to do it off the top of my head. I can pull it up right here. Technology is wonderful. Where are you, Lucy? Geez, I'm sorry.
No,
I'm trying
you're good.
to. Oh, here we go. Okay, I got it. Now I just got to pull it up. Okay, here we go. So I've got October 21st, November 6th, and 10th.
Tell us where it is, though.
Yeah, dirt. Okay, October 21st is at Dive Bar. November 6th is going to. Oh, I got November 2nd with Todd, and then November 6th is going to be at Gold Mine. Oh, I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry. Sand Dollar. God, I'm going to tell these people
Is
all the
that
wrong
Sand Dollar the original Sand Dollar or the one downtown?
I'm going to say, gosh, she didn't tell me specifically.
I think I've seen her at the original Sand Dollar.
Yeah, see, she usually plays. Well, we have played the one at the Plaza as well.
Okay.
So that's why I'm not entirely sure on that. But
Okay.
let me just for clarification. So October 21st is the Dive Bar. November 2nd is Todd Kearns at Vamped. November 6th is at the Sand Dollar, whether it's Spring Mountain or the Plaza. I'll give you guys an update on that. November 10th is Dive Bar again. And then November 25th is Gold Mine.
Very cool. And Gold Mine Tavern is located in downtown Henderson.
Yes, on Water Street. Yep. Yeah. And you've been down there a bunch, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, that's a great area. That bar is amazing.
I love it. I love Backyard Bar. I love Gold Mine and all the spots on Water Street. It's just a great place to walk and enjoy the weather.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of pollution, whether it be noise pollution, light pollution. There's not a lot going on out there. It's kind of like out there in Hendertucky, as they call it.
But anyway, they've got some great restaurants down there. They got 2 little casinos down there.
Yep.
Super great night out to see you guys at the end of November, right?
Yes, November 25th.
Yeah, and now anything after that, Joe?
I don't have anything on the books after that, but she usually lets me know about a month or 2 in advance. So
okay, so you can keep me posted on any more dates that you are booked for, which I know is going to happen as soon as you play that show with Todd Kearns.
Yeah, I'm hoping it kind of opens the doors for a few things. I was looking for something to kind of kick my butt a little bit, and I think this is going to be just that, because this is one of those, opportunity doesn't come knocking more than once or twice. So it's like you better
pass it. Yeah, don't pass it up, man. Full steam ahead.
You got to do what you can. That's why I'm. If they ever see this, I'm extremely grateful that Monique was patient with me to let me put together something instead of what we were originally planning. So I was very grateful for that. I'm gonna
great opportunity.
I'm gonna get some video at the show. Probably do a little bit of recording of some kind, so that I can put together a promo video for future bookings and happenings and things of that sort.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be at that show.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean that's going to be the first time I've seen Todd Kearns. So
Really?
yes. Well,
Really?
I
After all?
saw him with Slash. You were at Slash. Now, come on.
Yeah. Yes. I did see you
Remember,
there.
you were the first one in the front of the line, and then I got in the middle, right in front of this, and I'm like, Joe, come on down here. And you were stuck, man.
Oh yeah, no, there was no way I was getting out of that spot. Sorry, I lighting it. No, I was the nerd that showed up first. I got there at noon. I got there at
That
noon,
was so funny. I'm like,
and
oh
then
my God, that's Joe Whitley.
they made me the leader of like when the leader of the line. I formulated a line somewhere where they told us, and then there was somebody that came along. No, they're supposed to be lined up over here, and so like I had to grab everybody. My people, let's go. We are relocating.
That was funny because you walked in and then I was right behind you.
Yeah. Yeah, and something happened with you at the security. I can't remember. We got separated,
Yeah. I don't know what happened.
but I can't. All I remember is when they did let us go, I had to bolt because there was 100 other people
Oh,
that were trying
yeah.
to.
But I got the most amazing video and pictures from that night. I'll never forget it.
Yeah,
Because you
I got a
will,
couple good ones too.
oh my God, you will never get that close to Slash ever.
No.
And I mean, let's be honest, let's be real. I mean, he was up close and I mean, he was like right down in the pit with us.
Oh yeah, I mean, I could touch him if I reached out, but I didn't want to do that.
I know,
I
right?
I'm
But
not that guy. I'm not gonna like try to grab at somebody who's performing on
yeah,
stage.
but that was a
Not
great show. Amazing.
fantastic. They were spot on. I will never forget that. It like plays in my head like a movie every
I
time.
know.
Because the last time I got to see them was 2012. I
Wow.
saw I saw them in Orlando, Florida, at Hard Rock Orlando at the theme park. The Universal Studios.
Right.
Uh, and it was on the Apocalyptic Love tour. They had just formed, really.
And I've been a lifelong Slash fan. I'm not talking Guns N' Roses. I'm talking
Mhm.
Slash, Snake.
Yeah,
I
Snake
mean,
Pit.
oh my God. I mean, this was the first time that I actually got to see this band live. And it
Oh
was
yeah.
really kind of epic.
It was, and they played stuff I loved the fact that since Slash is back in Guns N' Roses, they don't have to play Guns N' Roses stuff and the Conspirators anymore. It's like, or to rely on it rather. So it was all Conspirators material. I
Yeah.
mean, I think he played Night Train. I think there was one or Rocket
Yeah.
Queen or something. It was
Yeah.
Rocket Queen.
Those two, Night Train and Rocket Queen, they played.
But other than that, it's like all of his solo. And they have such a amazing catalog.
And
It deserves.
Todd was great. Because he
Oh
was
yeah.
almost like right in front of me. I got some great pictures of Todd too. And then at the end, they put those Golden Knights jerseys on.
Yes,
That
yes.
was great.
I thought that was so great. And I
Yeah,
got a great shot of Todd. And around that time, it's fixed now, but I had a broken tooth.
I remember
A
that.
broken tooth. And I was like very hesitant to smile in pictures and stuff like that because I looked like a hillbilly. But uh, it was the first time Todd saw it, my tooth.
Yeah.
So 'cause he at that point we had a relationship going somewhat. And so when he saw me in the crowd, he looked at me like like and then
And it's
the next time we talked, he was like, "Yeah, man, you looked like you just auditioned for the Golden Knights or something." And it went
oh my God. And it's funny because I was in the back and I was with Martin Anderson at the
Yep.
time from Steelheart, and I was talking to him and I got some pictures with him. And then I saw Todd come out, and I think his mom was in the audience.
No kidding.
Yeah, and he came back. It was a relative, and
Yeah,
he had a really special moment with that person. I thought that was really cool.
that's
Um,
awesome.
yeah,
He's such a down to earth person. Him and his wife are great.
But yeah,
I
so this show at Vamped is really going to be great. Really
yeah.
looking forward to seeing what all stars he's going to bring to this show.
Yeah.
Well,
And the set that my band, sorry, my chair's really creaky. The set that my band is playing is going to be pretty epic too. It should be a very cool collective show, like between my band and his band. You know, obviously Todd's Todd, but like
now, are you going to have any original material, Joe?
I wish. This one is going to be strictly covers. But it's funny you mention it because I don't know if you remember, I mentioned I'm recording an album this year. And I've been trying to get in the studio to get that done, but the demo process is kind of holding me up right now. Mainly because I don't know how to program drums. So, and you need to bring something with programmed drums to the studio so that the drummer knows what to play. And I'm not just saying, oh, play a 4 count of it, you know. So I'm trying to get drums on these demos, and then I can get into the studio. And I'm sure that's as simple as watching a YouTube tutorial or something.
Sure. But
But
even the covers, I mean, I can't wait. I'm sure you're gonna have some Guns N' Roses in there.
just one.
Okay,
We had
just one, huh?
we had to sneak one in, and it's a good one. So
Okay.
I didn't want to go too GNR heavy with this, you know, for obvious reasons. We want to, you know, but I did pick some really good songs from, and what's crazy is it's all rock and roll, but it's like it covers 30 to 40 years of rock and roll. Like
Oh my God, I can't wait, Joe.
it's awesome. These are, and a lot of these songs, a lot of the, so the artists that I picked are very common to hear, but the songs that I have picked are not always covered. They're not the most covered songs
Right.
by these artists.
That's
So
great.
it's a great mix of hard rock, blues rock, and just everything from the Stones all the way up to, you know, like Guns and, you know, Wolf Mother and stuff like that. So it's like,
Oh,
yeah, it's gonna be great. I don't
well,
want to say too
yeah.
much about it.
Don't give too much of it away because I really want the viewers to come see you live.
Yes, that'd be wonderful.
With Todd Kearns and friends that night, November 2nd.
It's a Thursday,
It's a
so
Thursday. Love it.
get your weekend started early.
Yes. And we'll talk more about this closer to the date.
Mhm.
But I want you to keep in touch. I'm sure I'm going to run into you in town. I want to see some of these shows that you
Yes,
were talking about. So
yeah,
I definitely look forward to seeing a few shows with you before November.
wonderful. Yeah, I look forward to seeing you there. And one thing I wanted to mention before, I don't know if we're wrapping things up or not. I'm here for as long as you want me here. But I just wanted to say that you were asking about original material. I am gonna record a single, probably with I don't like to name drop too much just in case it doesn't happen. But Jimmy Romero and I were talking about recording.
Okay.
So I would like to do a single with Jimmy, and I think what I'm gonna try and do is get it on the Homegrown show, the on Comp, the radio station here in town, and probably have original material the next Joe Whitley and the Strays show that happens. So this first one is going to be all covers, and it's going to be kind of like, here's my band, you know. But like the shows after that will have original material if I'm able to.
So exciting. I mean, can you imagine? Let's like quickly go back to 2019. You just moved here. I mean, can you believe? I mean, I'm so happy for you, Joe, that
Yeah,
your rock
yeah.
and roll dream is finally coming to reality.
I like to think that, it's been kind of, you know, what's funny is I've had this it's gonna make me sound real cool. I had this conversation with my mom. I was like, Mom, you know, because I was like, Mom, isn't this crazy? Like, this is this and this, and she's like, No, it's not crazy. You've been working towards this for the last 15 years. She's like, it's not crazy. It's just finally happening.
Yeah. I
It's
mean,
like,
absorb it. Enjoy
yeah,
it, Joe.
take
Enjoy
it
it.
in. I'm thoroughly enjoying it, and I'm getting really excited as I practice the set list, you know, and get closer and closer to the date.
Yeah. And I mean, you've got other things going on too, which is great. A little bit of a distraction. so you can, you know what I mean, kind of get the juices flowing again.
Well, yeah, I want to, well, as many dates as possible because I'm treating this as my warm up to and ramp up to 2024.
This is your training wheels, my
Yes,
friend.
yes, yes. Well put.
Yes.
My plan is to hit the studio as much as possible between now and the holidays, and to get as many dates on the calendar so I can start getting warmed up and getting used to being on stage again.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, that shouldn't, that's not, Joe, that's,
yeah.
come on now. Come on.
I know. I
Who are
know.
you, who are
It's
you
like
talking to?
yeah, right. It's like riding a bike,
Yes.
but yeah, you know, I've been doing these guest spots here and there since I've lived here, and I've hired gun this and guest spot that, and so you know, this is going to be a really cool change of pace.
No more guest spots for you, Joe.
No more guest spots. We're done with
Okay.
that. No more open mic nights.
Well, you know, you might want to go to an open mic night here and there, try out some new material, you know. That those
Yeah.
are always good to kind of, you know,
The open mic nights is like going to the gym.
right.
You know,
Exactly.
that's where you go to work out, and then the shows, the real shows, is where, you know, the magic happens.
Yes, exactly. You couldn't have said it better, where the magic happens.
Mhm.
Well, thank you so much, Joe, for coming on. Like I
Absolutely.
said, this has been a long time coming,
Yes, it has. I'm
and
really happy.
this will not be the end of this conversation. We will continue this at a later time because I want to bring you back on
Sure.
after you do your run,
Yeah.
and we're going to talk about just the whole experience because I think the viewers will want to see that.
It'll be really cool to get back out there. You know, I love playing live. That's just I love recording and creating, but there's something about playing live in front of an audience, and you really don't do yourself any favors by playing in your bedroom all the time. You know what I mean? Like it's one thing to
It's
practice.
fun. I mean, I love watching your videos. Like
Thank you.
you're posting a jam or whatever. I'm like, yeah,
Mm.
you know, it kind of perks up my
Yeah.
day a little bit.
Nice. So I'm glad that serves that purpose.
But
They're low budget, but I do what I can.
yeah,
You know.
and I mean, you're out there, you're doing it, you're grinding it. Okay. You can, don't make any excuses for that. That's what you need to be doing. And you know what?
Yeah.
I love it. And I really cannot wait to see you with this band.
Thank you so much. It should be killer. I hope these guys are available the next time I do it too. I want to
Yeah.
try and keep it as consistent as possible, but obviously none of these guys are, I'm not locking them down as permanent members because they all have schedules and
Right.
stuff like that.
Well,
But
that's
if
why
they're
you call them
available,
the Strays.
yes, exactly. The
So,
Strays. So
yeah,
it's like whoever I can grab, that's amazing. You know what I mean?
right. And you're just gonna come on down.
They got to be good. It's like I said, you know, I'm stealing this from Todd. He likes to say, you know, throwing up the bat signal up in the sky.
Right. You need to have your own Joe Whitley Strays signal.
Bam, just yeah, right
Right.
there next to the Strat.
Well, I'm sure I'm gonna see you out, Joe, sometime soon. Like I said, thanks for coming on. I'm gonna drop this later on. I'll send you the copy and you can
Perfect.
flip it up, do whatever you want with it. I want
I'll
to
just
say a
post
special shout out to Todd Kearns,
Yes.
his wife. What a, this guy is amazing.
Oh,
So
he's-
looking forward to having you play with Todd and friends. It's going to be a great show.
I think it's going to be a great mix.
Yes,
I really do.
for
I
sure.
think, and I hope it happens again in the future.
And now, Joe, can you go ahead before I let you go? Why don't you
Sure.
tell the viewers where they can find your YouTube channel,
Okay,
your
so
social media?
you type in basically all my social media. I have YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and they're all under Sin City Rocker 92.
Okay.
Except for my Facebook, which is Joe Whitley. But I think if you type in Sin City Rocker in the search bar, it'll probably pull me up. But I don't know how I managed to grab that one. How nobody else had Sin City Rocker is
That was
beyond
perfect.
me.
That was clutch for sure.
Beyond me. I have no idea. But I thought it was so stupid when I put it in. I was like, there's no way this is like available. And then it was. So I was like, oh man, I think I'm gonna stick with it.
Well, that's great. So
Sin
thank
City
you
Rocker
for coming
92.
on, and
Yeah.
we will talk soon.
All right. Sounds good, Carol. Thank you for having me.
Thanks, Joe.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye. Joe Whitley. This is the guy to watch. 23-24. Joe Whitley and the Strays opening up for Todd Kearns and Friends on November 2nd at Vamped Nightclub right here in Las Vegas. I am the Vegas rock goddess, Carol Nevin. Thank you for watching. Always like and subscribe to On the Rocks Total Entertainment. You never know who I'm going to interview next. So take care, and I'll be talking to you again soon.